I'm Lisa Fletcher for Spotlight on America. Each year, more than 1 million tons of sewage sludge or biosolids are applied to U.S. farmlands. For decades, it's been used to provide nutrients to the soil. But it often contains PFAS, toxic forever chemicals tied to cancer, now invading our food supply through the very farms that nourish us. And just as we were on the verge of action to address the risk, a high-level effort to shut it down. An invisible enemy is being welcomed onto American farms.
This is a forever chemical. It's not leaving.
Fertilizer that can be teeming with toxic PFAS is being spread across tens of millions of acres, absorbed by crops, eaten by livestock, and showing up in the produce, milk, and meat Americans consume.
All a farmer wants to do is grow a good, healthy crop, do right by the land, feed the public in a responsible manner. And when something is injected into his world like this, it's going to devastate him.
Rob Hinton is a fourth-generation Virginia farmer, trying to alert others to a crisis already playing out in places like Michigan and Maine, where farms utilizing PFAS-laden sludge have been shut down when the animals and soil turned toxic.
This is about as real as it gets, guys.
Maine farmer Fred Stone was forced to close his dairy farm and euthanize 80% of his herd when milk from his cows had levels of PFAS 350 times higher than the current limit for drinking water. Stone is now sick, battling extremely high levels of PFAS in his blood.
The health issues that the four of us have are pretty severe. We literally poisoned our son and my daughter.
The chemicals are tied to cancer, reproductive issues, and developmental effects in children, even decreased response to vaccines. Enough evidence for Rob Hinton to say no to sludge. He passed on using it.
We passed on using it. I gave it a hard look twice, and we walked away from it.
Away from a product used on about 1/5 of all U.S. farmland. Here's how it works. Wastewater treatment facilities pay companies to haul tons of human excrement, or biosolids. Those companies have to unload the waste, often by giving it to farmers for free to spread on their land.
That's hundreds of millions of people in the U.S. eating food from farms that use biosolids. So the exposure is incredibly high.
Which is why EPA action is so important, says Kyla Bennett, Director of Science Policy at Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility. For the first time ever, this year, the EPA identified risks from sludge containing PFAS being spread on farms. The agency found that food and milk produced on those farms could be unsafe for human health. Elevated cancer risk was one of the agency's markers for safety.
We can give you cancer and kill you, but there's going to be a lag time. And the more that you eat, the more you're exposed to.
Only a handful of states are testing for PFAS in biosolids, and what they're finding are levels so alarming they're considering statewide bans. Investigations in Michigan showed levels of PFAS 2,000 times higher than the EPA's safety limit. In Colorado, 95% of samples exceeded that limit. And recently, a Texas county declared a state of emergency over PFAS contamination from sludge. But in the widespread absence of regulation, farmers are on their own. Who's left to fix the problem?
No one. I don't know what I can do about it. This interview is about all I can do about it. I'm not saying shut this whole thing down. Let's say do your due diligence, do your job, be a government, regulate this stuff, educate the people who are affected, and let's figure it out.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Lisa Fletcher.